You gotta believe. Fourth time's the charm. Can't get any worse than that. I mean, it can, because I said something like my PC is going to burn. It probably is going to burn. I enjoy that. So, again, how was your day? I think I saved everything so far. No, I didn't. CPU is still on. Holy shit! 70%. This game is huge.
Already on it.
We will survive. We will survive. Don't worry. It dropped down to 72. It's okay.
Consider it. No.
So, now that I have my fan, my biggest fan, the bestest of all fans, below my feet, it's extremely cold down there. Because cold means in this case like 27. If you didn't know, there are 40 degrees in this room. Enjoy this day. Lockpicks. Blessing of Amira. Yeah, thank you to you too. You started on the Defiant Ikara? Yeah, I did. So, we need to go down here, but I have the feeling we should search everything. Like, really everything. Because, you know, there's so many side quests in those big cities. Also merchants.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something more delicate? If you have a frame, I can fit cloth to it without fuss.
Taylor, I was a shoulder width and doing some mental calculation.
Take your time. I'll give you space to browse.
Badrin's cover. During nighttime, this aura grants all nearby allies, excluding wearer, bonusless stealth skill and resolve. Can I buy you? I can. Oh, capes in all color! Nice! Dancer's outfit? Oh, yes! Cloak of deflection. I take everything. Thank you very much! And I will sell something. Mm-hmm. I have 2 of those. I can sell them. I have 12 of those. Whatever those are. A medium shield. Oh! Short spears I always sell, like, ugh. If I could make something out of them, I would. But they're useless. You can make an army out of that. If you voted for the game, and it is the majority of votes, next Thursday. So this week's Thursday, in 2 days. But if it's not, I have to sadly inform you that we finish this game as far it is possible to finish. If you don't like that, you should get some friends and say please vote on another game. I love every game that is displayed on the poll, and I kind of know every game. to Attack is an extremely awesome series that was published 10 years ago or something. And it has an added, how you call that, episode in the end that concludes some of the whatever storylines, and I really like it. I mean, I would like it. I don't know if I like it. I mean, I know I like it. It's weird. So how you look? Oh my goodness, don't look at that! What is this? Holy shimoly! Can I... Oh, that looks awesome. I can't look up the link. We will see in the end of these things. In the end of the day. I can't wear that. Deflection. I have such a big urge to wear this. Oh my goodness. Oh, this looks so good. No.
Suits me, eh?
Yay, it suits yay. I wanted to say we see in the end of the stream.
Care for a fish or two, stranger? Today's catch, ripped straight from the hands of the salty wench. You'll find no fresher. Have a look.
Nee. Hat jemand gecheatet, oder was?
Welcome! Venturing out past the city. You'll want supplies, crab traps or the like for larger game, I warrant. Of course, take your time.
Like I said, we will see.
Dora must think I work for free. Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes.
The sun-scarred dwarf gingerly picks at a splinter in his stump, muttering.
Glad to see a client eye to eye for a change.
He gives up with a frustrated grunt, shaking his hand.
Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it.
Summer bares his teeth and grinds them hard enough to sound over the noise of the dock. Having trouble with the client.
Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower. While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal. If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net.
I mean, if somebody goes down the trouble to make it just reload the page 10 times, 9 times, then it is. So far we still have like 4 hours to go, so I don't care. If it gets me a discount on your labor, I could hunt down Brodora.
You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully.
Summer untangles his hand from his beard to link the thumb and forefinger with a wink.
It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it?
Don't worry, You will love Dot Hack. It's extremely anime. Like, extremely anime. If you love... how is it called? Gotta give... Sword Arts Online. If you love Sword Arts Online, Dot Hack will blow your mind. Dot Hack is the best anime series, game, manga, PlayStation, whatever. It's the best. You will love it. It's so full of revolt, intrigues, death, desire, love, hatred, and so much cute things. Oh my goodness, it's a good game. It's a really good game. I can still hear him screaming in my ears. Amazing. Summer spits toward the dock piling and glances back at the works still to be done.
Oh, come take a look.
No shit, my PC's burning. Whoa, you can buy ships? Lord Christ Jesus, what? This is awesome. What is this? Plus 10% troll speed. And you can recruit crew members. Oh, what is his face? I know this guy, girl. She's from the portrait is from the last game. No, it's not about children. Dot Hack GW is more like... it's so cheesy. It's so good. And there are many versions. I can't explain it. It's just awesome. I love it. A strong musky animal smell clings to the straw bedding. And if you don't like it, I won't be mad if you don't watch it. Because I always say, only watch what you really like. Could use some time to myself with the man. Because if you watch something you don't like, it makes you feel miserable. You need to stay positive in life, and life is shitty as it is. So we all need to have a bit of positivity in our life. Pallegina? No, 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 no! Pallegina!
Watcher. Tiverus. Is it really you?
My waifu! Holy shit!
Hey, I know those feathers. Pallegina. It's been ages. But what's happened to your armor?
You two know each other? I mean, I wouldn't be jealous if you did.
Shorty's eyes flick back and forth between you and Pallegina. She bites at her bottom lip but says no more. You are my second waifu, don't worry. You're awesome as well.
Know this last Cap? Oh, I weren't aware you favoured feathers.
Oh baby, you don't know what she has. Pallegina's mouth hangs open in shock. Though her hair and feathers have the same immaculate grooming as when you last saw her, her breastplate's 5 suns have been carefully scratched off. She looks down at the armor and back up to you with a pained glance.
I'm sure that even at Cadnua, you must have heard what happened when I returned to the Republics.
I did. I'm sorry things didn't work out for you. She glances away and gives an appreciative nod. You can see the muscles in her jaw clenching as the second passed.
The Republic survived. That is the most important thing. And here the company's business seems to be getting on fine without my interference.
Are you working for the Valiant Trading Company now? Yeah, I mean, not literally anime. This is a real... Okay, give me 5 minutes. I need to take a breath. Dot Hack is a series about something surrounding being sucked into an online game. It's like Sword Art Online. Your soul is transferred into a game and you can't escape. There are 2 3-part series. The trilogy is called. The one is the Dot Hack and the other one is the Dot Hack GU. Dot Hack is extremely awful. Don't play it. But Dot Hack GU, the trilogy, is absolutely amazing. It has the best stories. Also, there are 2 or 3 animes surrounding the happening of the whole storyline, and I think one is after Dot Hack GU and one is after Dot Tag. I don't know. It's extremely strange. And also there's a manga series I have in my possession that is kind of cute. But Dot Hack GU has nothing to do with any anime that is in existence because the games were before everything else. The whole situation surrounding anime and mangas and shows and whatsoever came afterwards. Because the game is so good. And if a game gets an anime because it's so good, you need to play it. Or you need to watch someone play it. Just as an information. A pathetic laugh escapes her lips. She turns her gaze down, shaking her head.
No. No company associated with the Dukes will employ me now. I get by working as a ship guard. At least I can be among my people, even if they look down on me.
I could use your help, Paladin. I'm hunting down the authors. Her eyebrows arched, the membranes of her eyes sliding out and back as the weight of your words hit her.
I suppose I should not be surprised, considering all we went through. But no. I will not be coming with you, Watcher. I would be lucky if I wound up dead.
Oh, come on. Things didn't turn out all that bad.
Corres, Watcher.
A mixture of sadness and anger flashes across her face. It is quickly replaced by a familiar, calm expression. She nods once, then turns to go. No!
Maybe we don't start with the part about Aethys next time?
I didn't start about the Earth this time, you dare. I started about saying, hi, how are you? Is that a sign you want money, or is it a sign you give me money, or is it a sign you have money? Because it is too warm for my brain to work properly. This is why you hear me switching in and out of accents. It's just the worst. You know, when your brain is trying to comprehend something and one moment later you're pronouncing something really odd. Yeah, me neither. There's is that a chicken? Is that a chicken? Yeah. Let's just go inside Valera Estate. Wherever that is. It's down to 14% PC CPU usage. That is amazing. 100 experience point. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will say it right now. Don't do what I'm doing. Or better to say, don't do what I'm going to do, because I will rob this place. Fully. Oh shit. Scribe. Villar spell right. Okay, you won. Oh fuck.
Already on.
Book of the Hunt. I can take it? Just it's not stealing? Book of the Hunt. When my students ask to be taught the way of Galavain, I tell them they have already failed. Does one ask a deer to present itself as dinner? Of course not. One must outwit, outmaneuver and overpower the deer if one dreams of vengeance. So it is with the Seeker's God. To ask a question is weakness and idle indecision. To seek answer is to understand and become one with Galavain. Survival begins with strength from within. But I only strike my students when they ask the second stupid question, for all of us begin young and weak. It is a point fact, and not one of shame, and a central tenet to Galavain's teaching. Perseverance and cleverness are prized by Galavain above brute force. A fact my young pups often forget. It is right and proper that the strong lead the weak, and it is equally proper that the strong be continually tested until the balance changes. Galawain celebrates the strength of the victor and the prowess of the well-fed predator, but above all, the clever hound celebrates the transformative nature of strength. Galawain's greatest desire for us is the prey becomes predator, mulling babes grow into strong hunters, and the lost find their own enlightenment. This philosophy is best exemplified by the rites of the Anamfatha of Glanfath. I hate that. When one of the Glanfathan spiritual leaders is old and nearing death, it is customary to enter the woods and confront Galawain's herald. If the seeker god finds that Anamantha's life, deeds, and soul worthy, the reward is quick death, and his soul joins Galawain's pack. If deemed unworthy, the Anamantha's killed, his soul forced to find its own way to the next life, and his memory erased from the records of the tribe. Survival begins with the strength from within, and weak leaders endanger the whole pack. This is Galawain at its purest. Even at the end of life, one must struggle for worthiness, for greatness, just as one must struggle every day to feed his pack. The seeker god is easy to understand if one actively engages in the quest for knowledge, but his secrets are self-concluded to those who merely ask, desiring knowledge without the requisite hunt. My own flesh and blood once asked me, "Will learning to hunt please Galawain?" I told him yes, but added, "Galawain would prefer that you hunt to learn." I will take that so much. Thank you very much. And the dog's so cute. Oh, look at him. I want one too. The Orochian calendar. Didn't we already have that? Yeah, we already have that. Hello.
We're full up, I'm afraid. If you're looking for lodging, you'll have to hope there's room at the tavern.
His family scribe offers you a pleasant smile, but seems preoccupied by another matter. Who's in charge here?
You'll find Atello Valera upstairs in his study.
Rent rooms?
We do indeed. Forgive me if I mistook you for a tenant. There are quarters set aside upstairs. Passers-by with a bit of extra coin will find a welcome cot and a meal. This is a temporary measure, of course.
Why rent rooms at all, much less for short-term stays?
It's not my place to share the dealings of the Valera family, but this is all rather public.
She frowns and glances around the house self-consciously.
Suffice it to say that a family in want of coin might find alternate means of securing their finances. In the case of this estate, that means renting the occasional room. No shame in making a practical sacrifice. But I've said enough. Speak with Atello if you have business with the Valera household.
She beckons you on in an anxious, urgent manner. How's business?
Well, as they say, business can always be better, yes? I'm sure I needn't bore you with the details.
The scribe bites her lower lip and divides her gaze. Okay, we'll go. Have the potato goats on to take, making money hand over first of
Nothing will slip past me. I'll have this open in no time. As promised.
Copper pile. Respectos. I won't need that. Better be safe than sorry.
My eyes be open.
Hello, kitty boy. Go on, you don't get paid enough to chat. Okay. No books to steal.
Keep your weather eye open.
Nice. Please be secret hallway or something like that. Oh. Please, please, please. Oh. Book of the Hunt. Yeah. The ticking of the clock fills the dining room in a quieter moments.
Let's see. That'll do it.
A balloon. I will steal everything I can find. If you don't care, I don't care. Stop me if you can. The skillet frame is flaking. Hello. Health blah blah. Blah 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 blah. What is this?
Keeping an eye.
Please be something to. I don't know. The terrace? A balcony? Anything. Well, it's just a second entrance. I have to change that. 1 second. So some years ago, my graphic card's fan broke and made the worst sound ever. So I tried to avoid heating up my computer so it won't make the sound. My solution was putting the fan in front of my computer. And the thing is, it really worked. So I placed the thing again in front of the computer. Let's see.
I'll have this open.
Maybe it works with the CPU a bit. Stun bomb. I don't think that is working though. God damn it. Funny thing is,
And quiet.
it's not really that awesome of a game. It's the streaming part that makes the PC heat up. Okay, I can't look at that.
Consider it done.
These pots appear to have been made locally. It's funny how they don't say anything because I'm sneaking around. Can I rob you? Hello. I've got business and a study. I don't know where his study is. Who are you? Cousin of mine is potato guard, doing well for himself. Is this a study? No, it isn't. But I will take everything I can get. Another radiant plate armor! Nice! You will get that. Do you like it? Oh no, you have the second chance. God damn it. Wait. You? I don't care. You get it if you want it or not.
Already on it.
I kind of went into not the place I should
Let's
be.
see
Oh
what's
wait.
in here. That'll do it.
A trap. Huh? I'm not near death.
Scratch.
to be open.
This vanity seems seldom used, apart from the wash basin. A fine layer of dust settled on the surrounding tins and jars. There's a spider hanging in front of me. How's that even possible? Where did you come from? Spider, please. God damn it. What are you even doing? Please go. Stories from the living lands. I already have.
Consider it done.
Eother's prayer. Oh no! Please, I need
I'll go on
them.
ahead.
Fuck. Hello.
Ah, a new face in the Valera halls.
I tell Valorous face is lined and bare, but its coat is tightly buttoned to posture faultless. This place looks pretty shabby.
Not every family in the Deathfire controls the very flow of currency.
His upper lip pulls back.
My time is not inexhaustible, but I am willing to spare it.
He opened his palm and invites you to continue.
What can I do for you?
What does your family do for the Valiant Trading Company?
Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deathfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon.
Leave it to a swabby from the Republics to think a pirate showing them their rear be a compliment.
I am coming. Well, my back.
Martin's been more prickly than usual. Don't tell him I told you. Okay, you won. I think I shouldn't be here.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Totally missed that. You know what would be amazing? Air conditioning. I love air conditioning. Let's look at the thermometer. Oh, it's down on 30 degrees. Amazing. I'm fascinated and a bit sad.
Where is my postinago of a brother? Madico, where is that spoiled brat?
A woman of fine clothes clutches a ledger in both hands. She searches the face of passerby and settling on yours with an uncertain frown. Are you alright?
I'm trying to be the responsible one in the family, and it's a heavy burden. Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
She tucks the book under her arm.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Engbert would have tanned my hide.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide.
She glances over your shoulder and sighs, then looks back at you with sudden recognition.
The spirit magnet? Sientere, that I did not recognize you. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other.
What sort of clout do you have with the trading company?
Mother's bank commands the wealth of the Deadfire campaign.
Lara absently pats the cover of her ledger.
Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
Nera has been digging her nails into the ledger, leaving crescent moon-shaped impressions on the binding. She noticed your interest and holds the books protectively close.
I'm concerned because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valera rats.
What did you mean by Valera rat?
The Valeras. A brood of sea vermin playing at nobility.
She hefts a ledger as if to bring it down on a pest.
We squabble and compete, but Laro, the Pastinago, takes it too far.
If I happen across Laro, I'll let you know.
Would you? I'll be waiting at the estate in case he happens to return.
There are some over his shoulder.
Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
That's the estate. Nice.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about luminous Adra.
A giant made of luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
Be on your way. It's an exit. Yeah. Okay. It's awful. It's not going smooth any. But on stream it looks smooth. Strange. Regina! My lady, please come back. I need you. Regina was the last character I obtained in the Pillars of Eternity because I forgot to talk to her. The only person in this whole city I forgot to talk to, and she was the one you could, like, get as a party member. Is that... I got a dog! Excuse me? Where are you? Oh my goodness! It's a poodle! Yes! It's the best dog ever! Oh my... Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness! You are such a cutie! Aww!
Quick, I'll have this open in no time. As promised.
I love it.
Not a problem.
It's not a problem anymore. Oh, such a cute boy. I think stealing dogs is not good, but he is so cute. If it's a he, I don't know.
You ever thought about changing the color of your fur? Merkberries will stain your skin for weeks.
Oh, think I were born blue, eh? Think being this pretty come natural?
Well, dang, Seraphim. I never knew you were so fancy.
But mayhaps I'll be giving them Merkberries a go. Ain't never been maroon before.
Maroon 5? They're really quite good. They're really quite good.
Please, madam. A coin.
The child moves closer and tugs at the hem of your garment. The urchin looks up you with you. What? The urchin looks up at you with wide, sorrowful eyes. Stay out of trouble.
Hey, thanks.
That's close enough.
The young girl lowers her eyes and reaches for a dagger tucked in her back pocket. Her cheeks are sallow and the leaks of the edge of her dried lips. Even if she had eaten this week, you doubt she'd be in a fighting shape.
You're just gonna stand there?
She slowly drops her hands to her sides and breathes a sigh of relief.
Can't be too careful. Queen's birth has an edge to her.
What's a kid like you doing on the streets of Nikataka?
Nasenale. I've never had a roof over my head longer than an evening.
She cocks an eyebrow at you.
I guess cutting me loose was cheaper on my parents than a passage back to the Republics. Or a few bites of bitter squash.
Do you know anything about the local pirates hassling Zamar?
Ugh, if they're the same ones who robbed Radora blind.
She drags her threadbare sleeve across her nose.
The boss and his wolf sleep their fun off by day. But by night, he and his botzo friends keep to the alley giving out bruises for coin.
She gestures off in the opposite direction. Can I talk to you? Want to join the performance, do you? Enjoying the show? Enjoying the show! Passerbys have etched a varied selection of raunchy poetry and crude drawings into the brickwork. Vanika?
Well met, stranger. If you feel like investing in protection, I'd be willing to trade iron for copper.
The armor presents you with a friendly smile.
Lots to see. Take your time.
Holy shit, girl. Only 800. Thrilling blood. I want that. A fine large shield. I have one of this. Scepter? Yeah. Get it. God damn it. Do I need them? I don't think so, right? Black pearls. Jade. Nice. Oh, we're down to 400. Nice, nice, nice. I don't need that, right? Do I need that? Do I need horns? I'm just trying to... I don't know. I wish I could buy one of those. I think that looks so good. I will definitely save up for the helmet. I will save up. Thank you very much for your whatever. Death runes. Yeah. Do you want that? Oh, this looks good. Oh, this is the best. This is just the best. No!
Oh, I'll give her a bad rap.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Broken bottles litter the cobblestones of this narrow street. They are as thick with the wreck of Dockscad. Gamblers. Seems you're always going up or downstairs, Nikataka. They say the view from Serpent's Grind is beautiful. Seems you're always going to that and that and that and that. Mouth shut. So, where are we going now? I think it's the best to go one way around. Let's see what's happening down there. No, thank you. Ivor the Bright.
Woe to the God shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple along the sacred stair, that thy path shall be made clear. God shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple along the sacred stair. Woe to those who labor in the shadow, that thy path shall be made clear. Hidden from
Cause any trouble, you spend the rest of your sorry life below. Below what?
Consider it.
Is that a mapping company? I love mapping companies. They're the best. Oh, it's so warm. Caleb! Oh, you're a cute dog. Hello. I have a dog as well on my back. These maps of the Deadfire Archipelago are incomplete, pocked with gaps denoting unexplored regions. Scored notes track commissions and work orders in progress. Tattered and worn, this map depicts a small region in the living lands.
A knight's foot and an heavy bullet, our cap.
I will rob you. Oh yeah, I will.
Alright.
You have so many books. No, stop.
Oh dear, I needed that.
Elf, why did you do that? I'm so sorry. I didn't want to do that. We were just, try. Again? Oh, Elf. You're sometimes really useless. Just sometimes. Huh? Elf, honey, please. Now be a bit more considerate.
Captain.
Already on it.
Elementary Glenfathan. Your soldiers are not fully armed or even decently dressed without some basic knowledge of the Glenfathan language. If your scouts cannot eavesdrop, if your captured soldiers cannot recognize the words of their captors, or if our officers cannot answer a call to parley, we fail. Then just a simple face painter words could make the difference between tactical success and defeat in detail. Glenfathan writing is like Adarian. Adapted from the old Valian alphabet brought overseas by the Adarian long ago, the Glenfathans put up their own spin on this alphabet, so there are some noticeable differences that can confuse the uninformed. I will not read that. Note that last part. In Ea Galafath, The last letter V acts, W acts as our letter U. Speaking with constant v sound is the perfect way to alert a Galaphathan to the fact that you're a drywood wooden struggling to learn the language. See Astra more on the glossary below, and keep in mind these tricky differences. It is used for hard thorn sound, such as with this or that. Conversely, is the softer sound Galaphathan, barely vocalized, like when you say thief or thought. C sounds like a soft sh sound, like ship, but accent on the she sounds like she. You add an H sound on either case. There is no replacement for actually learning Galaphathan by immersion, but to get you started, here are some important words that you and your soldiers should learn. Henwen. Oh yeah, I remember that. Henwen. Select this correspondence of Giftbringer Island. Sing, O ocean waves of wondrous sorrow, of unrequited love for the unattainable moon. Sing of the ocean's sorrow so that we may forget our own. Each day the tides reenact wondrous longing for the great moon. The waters reach out at high tide, yearning for the heavenly body, only to slump down into low tide when the moon proves unattainable. You asked me once why I love Ondra so dearly. I could go from a life on a dry land to being devotee to the goddess of the ocean. I sing of the ocean's sorrow that I may forget my own. It is Ondra's message that speaks to my heart. I've devoted my life to helping others discard painful memories, but that is the gift Ondra gave me. When I lost my young daughter and my wife, and I were inconsolable until a gift-bearer offered to take my toddler's toys and cast them into the deepest waters. Truth be told, I and the other gift-bearers I know have never even spoken to Ondra. She is largely silent. When she does speak, she uses floods and tidal waves instead of words. But we sing of the ocean's sorrow so that the others may forget theirs. Ondra's story, the story of desire unanswered, actually matters to people like you and me. Margaret cannot steer you to victory over sadness. Hylia cannot force joy down a crying throat. Only Ondra can give us the strength to persevere when life seems without worth. And that is the answer to your question regarding why I love my goddess so dearly. Dear sisters, do you still remember our first deliverance? When you strangled your first wrongdoer, did you see the moment when life became death? Could you see the instance when your victim realized that Woodica forgets nothing? When Woodica takes back her throne, will you face her with pride, knowing you had held to your own oath, or will you be amongst the word-breakers? Woodica teaches vengeance and memory, and while she is in exile, we must be her eyes and ears that let no injustice slip from record. We must be clenched fists that silence the lying breath. When Woodica takes back her throne, all of the injustice that have slipped through the cracks of history will be righted. The villains hiding in the plain sight amongst the innocent will feel the burned queen's choking grasp. Pray that you live to see the day when you will join our queen in its cleansing of the wicked. But know, my sister, that we must be ready to see the end of our days without the return of our queen, for she will take back her throne, but it may be our daughters that serve the restored curd. We must continue to live. Oh, God damn it, brain, please. We must continue to live as we have always lived, hated by the other's face, even though place justice above our own well-being. At least the Empire of Adir still holds our creed in our proper esteem. It is a proper sign of respect that, by imperial custom, our clergy must oversee contract for it to be legally binding. For who else understands the value of remembering one oath than Woodica's faithful? And let us not count our current blessings, for we still enjoy the support of the paladin order to the Steel Garret. They too understand that society is built and broken by the oath and rules of its people. When Woodica takes back her throne, my family will know that I was right to commit my life to the exiled queen. When Woodica takes back her throne, the Strangler will stop being a story told to frighten our daughters, but a hero woven into parables that teaches our children justice. When Woodica takes back her throne, she will bring her flawless memory with her. Every transgression, every crime, and every injustice will be revealed. When Woodica takes back her throne, even gods won't be spared their due retribution. Do you have two of the same? The moons of Eora. Look up into the night sky and we see the moon Belafar. I can't pronounce that, I never could. Ubiquitous and persistent. She remains forever in view, but also forever out of reach. What many people do not know, however, is that our world is actually orbited by 2 moons, Belafar and Kaldwa. Belafar. Hanging low and large in the sky, Belafar travels swiftly in a race around the world, completing an orbit in about 18 days. This proximity and speed can cause extreme tide conditions in some areas, making the seas shift so quickly and rise so high that there are some beautiful coastal areas that are virtually uninhabitable for a good portion of the year before we learn the truth behind the cause of the tides. The legend held that Undra, the goddess of the sea, was in love with the moon. When she saw it in the sky, the tides great waves and violent storms that happened by her attempt to reach it. This is why the moon is formally called Shen Belafar or Undram Belafar, the beloved or Undra's beloved. Kaldwa. 315 years ago, the Grand Empire of Avalia suffered from terrible storms and terrifyingly high and low tides. Records show the same thing has happened in the Adir Empire, and that several new Adarian colonies along the Darwood coast were completely destroyed by storms and high tides that engulfed the settlements. At that time, during an eclipse, Glathathan astronomers spotted something small orbiting near the edge of Belafar. After much study, they realized it was a small satellite with an extremely irregular orbit. They called it Kalda Deb, or the Black Runner. Since it is smaller than Belafar, it doesn't have much effect on the world, but when it aligns with Belafar's orbit, it wreaks havoc on the tides and weather everywhere. This happens with an erratic frequency and severity and have been dubbed Lover's Tide. Kaldba has been rolled into the Undra myth, and when they are both inside, their desire to reach them is increased tenfold, which is what they cause the terrible weather. Let's see, my friends. What do you have in stock for me? How is the better person to stealth? Whoa. There's a trap in this. Okay. We have Nasikat Poetry, a compilation, and the Eddie Empire Part 1 Origin.
Happy to oblige.
Just, hello.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. It's such a pleasure to see a new face.
Sansa bounces back on his heel, a white grin plastered on his worn face.
How might I assist you?
What do you do here?
Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. I'm not half bad at it either. And may the gods forgive my immodesty for saying so. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. And my commission rates are quite generous. It used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself. But I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. A shame, too. There's a whole swath of the Deadfire I've yet to see. I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you about that. Excuse my nattering on, won't you?
Do you sleep here?
Sometimes.
He touches a hand to his forehead and blushes scarly from his neck to the tips of his ears.
Married to the work, you know? I just get so engrossed in my maps. And next I know, it's morning. Sharing a bed with a few maps is a good sight better than sharing with Caleb, I'll tell you that. He always hogs the blankets.
He rubs the back of his neck. Nice dog.
You think so? He is a magnificent beast, isn't he?
Sansa's face splits into a broad grin bright enough to light the room.
He's been a bit low lately. Between you and me, I think he's heartsick for the sea.
You said you're writing a book.
I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Deadfire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will be the first of its kind. The Explorers Club will go mad for it. Or, well, that was the idea. It's a fiercely dangerous enterprise, in point of fact, and nobody will agree to chart the islands for me. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I offered fair recompense.
Sansa folds his arms, sighing.
I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter, or I do it all myself. Still, wouldn't it be wonderful? An explorer's guide to the Deadfire. Someday.
Put some nice pictures in that book and you've got your explorer right here.
Do you mean it? This is... Wow. I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters.
Despite his words, the gleeful expression on Santa's face is not faded.
Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience under your belt, I'm sure you'll get a taste for it. Nothing will stop us. I mean, you. The idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, Anika. You can't tell me you've never wanted to name your own island?
I already did.
I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Magi. There are 2 islands in the region, and nobody's taken much notice of them yet. Once you're back, I'll start filling in my map and adding your findings to the book. Oh, this will be wonderful. Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you? Certainly, certainly. It would be my pleasure. Of course, it's mostly books and knickknacks. Maps I do on commission, you see.
Oh. No. Oh. That is not good. I need to save money. Thank you. Galvin wrecked. Question, do I have that already? Yeah. Nope, I don't. Okay. I was thinking about this book, but no, okay. Mentioning the name Ragnar Airglathus would be you'd be told stories of a glorious freedom fighter, an Orlan who used his tactical savvy and battle training to protect the Galfathan from the encroaching evil of the invaders in Direwood. Ask someone in Direwood about him, you hear angry retellings of exploits of an underhanded, dirty fighting Orlan who terrorized the wooden citizens. This conflict is what legends are built on, and Galvin Wrecked is the stuff of legends. The broken stone wall began from a misunderstanding between the Galfathans who lived in the Direwood and the Adirian colonists who were moving in. Tensions were already high between the two groups as the Adirians claimed land the Galfathans said they already owned. Add to it the Galfathans taken and forced into slavery by the Adirians, and it was only a matter of time before something snapped and sent the two groups to war. There was the occasional skirmish or fight between isolated groups, but no real conflict until the broken stone wall. Whether intentional or not, Adirians farmer clearing for their crops knocked over and destroyed one of the ancient menhirs that dot the countryside. The Glenfathans, who revered the ancient structures in the Direwood, reacted swiftly and violently, led by a particularly fanatical fang by the name of Rekt. While the war was short-lived and the Glenfathans were ultimately not the victors, Rekt and his forces were able to eliminate a significant number of colonists. After the war ended, Rekt was appointed the Galvan, or leader of the Galfathans tribe. His leadership skills and prowess in the battle earned him the respect of all the tribes of Air Galfan, Glanfath. Because all the tribes were unified behind him, he was able to move and coordinate the warriors in a way that organized them into such an efficient team. The Adarian colonists lived in fear for the next attack. His name and reputation spread through both lands. Over 2 years following the broken stone wall, Rekt and his forces, using deception, misinformation and straightforward guerrilla tactics, killed hundreds. The remaining elves sent word to the Verkoning saying something must be done before more nobility is killed, but Rekt continued to terrorize the colonists, and it seems the campaign will never end. That is, until we encountered Edrang Hadred, what we already read about. The Orochian calendar, we already have that. I bought something I have. Nice. On the efficiency of imps. A Taiwan adage among practitioners of the arcane arts avers that early visits compelled imps to service not out of a desire for the assistance, but to banish them from underfoot. I doubt it not at all, for one could not conjure more unruly, noisome, maladroit, and irascible aid. But then, do we employ this diminutive meddlers? Diminutive? Imps, dear reader, are to visit sanctum as rats are to a ship. Whether out of malign instinct or pure mischievousness, they infiltrate our laboratories with alarming regularity. Nina Goth conjectures in the sensitivity of simpletons that imps infest any locus of concentrated mystical influence, and announce and accounts of the creatures lurking among the uninhabited ruins of Aquanth seem to corroborate this supposition. Yet the wizard's domicile seems to possess a particular appeal to them, regardless of whether it resides at the nexus of spiritual power or not. Left to their own devices, the winged miscreants accrue loose baubles, hoarding them in filthy dens as often as not established in our cupboards and privies. Seemingly possessors of an antiquity dealer's discernment, each prefers to pilfer the most valuable paraphernalia and potent artifacts, yet they remain pathetically inept in the use of even the simplest gewgaw. I admit the imp's general incompetence makes them appealing retainers. One of the little cretins may display to favour want of elemental power, but little peril exists of its activating the instrument and immolating your collected volumes of arcana. The same cannot be said of apprentices. Yet the beasts present a danger to the unwary, for they possess a low cunning not unlike that of Xorps and Orlans. Without a domineering hand to direct them, imps rapidly regress to their base instinct. As a result of their propensity of pack behavior, even transitory leniency with a single imp can imperil a wizard's entire collection. Jesus Christ, that was hard. I say hello, dog.
I hear you.
Bye, dog.
Yourself a look at that.
Whew. That was something. Hello, who are you? Should need you.
Did I tell you? You were in my dreams last night, Watcher. You were on your knees before my god. And I couldn't stop screaming.
How long before they're killing each other?
Wager on it?
Tijuana. They build well, but these casters... Ugh. I give up. Unless you have business here, turn around right now. Do I have... Be on your way. How friendly, holy shit. Katina's voice finds you before she does, her bags of laughter and cheerful directives resounding throughout the mill. She floats from worker to worker, offering critique and reproval. When she finally spots you, a shadow of apprehension passes over her face. She hides it with a toothy grin.
If you are here about the taxes, tell the queen... Oh, you are not the tax collector.
She narrows her eyes, her hand twitching at the hilt of her blade.
What business brings you to my mill?
Who are you?
Okay.
Cordelia leans in close, one prodigiously furry eyebrow raised.
You go around asking just anyone in Queensbirth personal questions. Maybe you end up dead in a ditch. Have caution, eh? Lucky for you, I am a woman of honor.
She gives you a sunny smile and claps her hands together.
I direct luminous milling for the Valian Trading Company. It's a nice job, huh? And I'm quite good at it. You want to know more? Buy me a drink first, per guano.
Cordina claps you on the shoulder, a playful smile on her lips. Cortina looks about the room with exaggerated wonder, her green eyes wide. She laughs a little to herself and runs a finger across the arm of her chair beside her. She holds the finger up for inspection. It's caked in shimmering blue dust.
We mill luminous, of course. Take big chunks, break into smaller chunks, crush into dust-sized chunks. Per complancanet, it is really not so complicated.
She gives you a condescending light pat on the arm. I need refined luminous odra.
I need a large country estate and several handsome women to fan me with palm fronds.
Dude, I too. I'm melting away. This is so extremely hot, I'm dying.
It is good for the heart to dream impossible dreams, yes?
She gives you a quick nod and laughs quietly herself, her large ears twitching.
The Adra belongs to the Valian Trading Company, Aimika. Unless you plan to open a bathhouse to rival Ganor's in Periki's Overlook, we will take no orders from you.
Forget it then.
What business brings you to my mill? Good day.
I will go. Daily arrivals and deliveries of crude and refined luminous ardor are carefully looked here. Up.
Nothing will slip past me.
Oh shit. This would be something. Is it worth something? Milgard. And you step. These crude shows of luminous order retain non-earthy glow. We will venture forth without gathering my party. Oh my goodness, this is so warm. How can you stay positive in this? The worst thing is, it's not really that hot, it's the PC that's making it extremely hot. There's a wet dog. What do you do with a wet dog? Can I take you? Abraham. Oh, Abraham. Sorry, poodle. You're a good dog. And a wet one.
A knight's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap.
You must gather your party before
There are
venturing
always animals everywhere. How can I choose one? I can't. That's not fair.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Wouldn't it be awesome I could just give every party member a beautiful animal, a partner, a minion, a miniature? I found a button. Oh, this button is amazing. What is this button? Oh, so many buttons. Okay, let's see where we go. I think we will make a turn up here first. Simple clothing. Ah, I like that new button. Unless you have business here, turn away around. You gotta believe.
Dim in the lantern.
Silver fin.
a problem.
Keep your voices down, my cullies.
Already on it.
You want something?
Got any food?
You want something?
Okay. I don't want anything.
I shall be discreet.
Ooh, red clothing. Can't believe. What, man? Nobody home.
Let's see what's in here. That'll do it. Perfectly fine.
Let's take a look.
Those traps are really amazing. The Rocky calendar, I take it. A valiant bartenders don't water down the booze, which is more than akin for Rotarians.
You must gather your part. Before venturing forth.
Mephisto. Assume the position. What are you? Human? A commoner? A dock worker? Emir!
See something you like?
The dancer turns to greet you, a coy smile tugging at its lips. He is short for an elf, but no less graceful for his lacking height. His long face and dark eyes lend him a solemn air, but any hint of gloom is chased away by the wash of colour on his cheeks.
Aloth, this is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
What the fuck? A grin lights up Yumi's face. He fidgets with her hair, self-consciously smoothing it down where it's been mushed.
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
He looks away as though he's trying to ignore Yumi's eager gaze.
I could ask the same of you.
He laughs slightly, a hand over his mouth. God damn it.
I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes.
He casts a critical eye over Alo's outfit. He opens his mouth to speak, but decides better of it. Introduce. Oh, this is amazing.
It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
He smiles warmly at Aloth, blush covering the tips of his ears. Holy shit.
It was lovely seeing you.
He catches himself looking panicked.
Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable.
Are you gay? He looks at you, chagrin.
I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that were covering his spelly books.
Hazelmere growls.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested.
What show? Tell me about yourself.
I suppose.
He looks at you with a newly critical eye.
I was raised in the Adir Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and wandered until I found myself in Nikotaka. As you can see, I stayed.
What kind of incident?
A handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead.
His gaze lingers on the floor with the cushions, the tables, anywhere but your face. After a moment, he shrugs, offering no further explanation.
I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire.
How did you become a
Well,
courtesan?
same as any of the courtesans here, I imagine.
He brushes his hair back from his face with a sigh. His long-suffering smile says he's answered this question many times before.
I showed an aptitude. I trained with a master, and when I was ready, I began accepting clients of my own.
What does training entail?
I would be happy to show you. For a price?
How much for your time?
Ah, the money-minded type. I've always found fiscal responsibility very attractive. My time will cost you 150 copper, friend.
He gifts you with a coyly smile and a raised eyebrow. I'm interested.
I feel like I should have a problem with this, but mostly I just kind of want to see where this goes.
Oh, me too, Shorty, me too. She licks her lips and gives you a little shrug.
Follow me, then.
He gives you a quick smile and takes your hand, leading your way.
I wouldn't mind seeing you again, so long as you come.
Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard.
That was fast. A third hand at his belly and one heel out, he bows deeply, drooping ear almost touching the ground.
You run a tight shop, and you ain't no terrible person, neither. It'd be a welcome change from the gentleman of leisure.
Tell me about the gentleman of leisure.
The gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principe, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were 2 honours and a half to be chosen to join his crew.
I detected a button there.
Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the gentleman meant leaving the sorcerer, leaving the only family I've ever known.
Why were you willing to leave a crew to join mine?
Now don't sell yourself a Suole short, Cap, nor me neither. I know an opportunity when I bought it. I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the gentleman, learn what ropes were to be learned. Methinks a watcher after a dead god'll thrust me into an whole new set of eye openings. And believe you me, I do appreciate myself a good thrust.
You're welcome.
I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found the perfect hiding spot.
So where did you hide it?
I know were I to tell you that, you mightn't want it no more.
Seraphin gives you an innocent whistle, while he's scratching his ass as subtle as one can scratch it. Oh, I knew it!
Just a jest, Cap. Nay, I tucked it away in my beard. Didn't wear braids back then, so my hair caught about everything from feathers to fish bones.
Ew.
Malnage shook me down for plunder after each raid. I figured out she wouldn't go nowhere near my beard. Said my face were like a saw-rip fetish.
Why did Malnage treat you so badly?
Don't rightly know for sure, Cap. Thought at first she wanted me. Lasses be that way sometimes, treating you worse the more they fancy you. Given she tried to get me killed twice within our first fortnight together, I thought mayhap she were in deepest love.
He chuckles quietly. So what was the issue?
As I said, I never rightly figured it out. It worked that I were all in, given she were too. Romaro said she might have been emerald green with envy, but I'll be well himself if I know what's of.
He shrugs his palms open and spread wide. Maybe she thought you were a threat.
As a ship hunter, mayhaps. I've certainly outpaced her since, if I do say so myself. Mayhaps she saw that coming.
Thank you for the gift.
You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment.
Seraphim salutes, grinning broadly, and turns away. Constitution? Oh, wait, what? Oh, Heh.
Great fetching.
Dim in the lantern.
Oh my goodness, what is this? A fire god-like woman polishes a pair of stocks, tending to them with the fondness of a mother for a favorite child. The room is dim, illuminated only by the glow of her steel-forged skin. Her eyes burn with the light of Margaret's fire. When she hears you enter, she shoots you a look of utter contempt.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
Who the fuck are you?
I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this.
She leans back against the wall of chains. They clank and rattle and she smiles at the sound.
Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. To live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength. But we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again.
She wraps a chain around her arm and tucks. Her steel links glow red with forge fire where they touch her skin. I will go. What the heck is even going on? A burly dwarf man hums a jaunty tune to himself as he fastidiously organizes a collection of scents oil. When he hears you enter the room, he greets you with a smile and humongous outstretched hand. His grip is strong and sure.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins?
He slaps his knee with a bark of laughter.
Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? Ha! I crack myself up. Gets me every time.
He wipes a tear from his eye, still chuckling.
Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
How do you end up here?
Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so there wouldn't be much to the telling.
He crossed his thick arms over his chest, a slight blush spreads across his cheek. Indulge me.
Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Not meant for delicate work.
Marry me. He turns his hand's palm up for you to inspect, just one is easily large enough to cover your entire face.
Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in a Mauer and death godlike.
He nods to himself. You seem bored here.
I guess I can't hide my feelings as well as I thought I could.
He gives you a nervous chuckle and scratches at his beard.
The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean?
What's life without a little excitement?
Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window.
He nods vigorously. You could come with me.
Where to?
He raises an inquisitive brow, his large hands previously dancing with restless energy still. You know that 700-foot-tall statue made of Adra? I'm going after it.
No kidding.
He nearly drops a bottle of massage oil in excitement.
I like to see something like that for myself.
He sighs, a wistful edge in his voice.
Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit?
Grab your things then and let's go.
Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
You are, oh my goodness, is the best. Oh my god. No. Shit, I am a chanter. I can take you as a chanter. Maybe I could take you as a chanter. Oh, maybe we could have be two chanters and they're all minions everywhere. Oh, I can't decide. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, he looks so awesome. His voice is so amazing. I love this guy already. Oh, barbarian. Chanter or barbarian, chanter or barbarian. I make both. A howler. I'm so sorry. So far. I don't have a problem.
I'll be shoving off then, Cap.
Yes! Baby. Fuck yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. You need to get something. You need to get clothes. Oh, dancer clothes. Yes! Oh, no, no, no. We give you something special. Something really nice. Where's the cape? There was a cape somewhere. I know that. Yep, you get his clothes. And you definitely need the cape. That is. You have no... I'll just take this. No, take this. Okay. You still need... Oh! I got my helmet! No! Where's my party? Oh, they don't want that. Clever, aggressive, polite, shady. Damn it. Okay, I have a new character. That is the most thing that is, I mean, that's important. Red tower clothing. Take that. Take that and wear it. I don't care what it is. Take it. Wear it. Shit. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so excited right now. I just found him out of nowhere. He's the best. Oh, I need the formation. Okay, good formation.
Yeah.
What even is you chanting? What can you chant? No, I don't care. Take that. Chant at your will. Also. Bam.
Why not?
The best thing ever. I just find a new companion. That's the best. Oh, this would take so much. Okay. Beloved land, poems from Air Galifeth. The tree, the wind, who shall hear the voice of the wind? Its beauty resplendent, unseen, intangible. Its tongue whispers the oath. I move, I carry, always will I fly, and always will I change. For nothing is permanent, nothing escapes my grasp. Who shall call the heart of the wind? It travels swiftly, peacefully, untouchable. Its fists hold the promise. I push, I break. Never will I stop, and never will I land. All is in my domain, and all blend to my will. Who shall resist the force of the wind? Its anger presses, pushes, bribes, and the tree answers its call. Yes, your voice is loud, your name is grand, your force is mighty. I shall not resist, I will not defy. I will bend. Your power shall wash over me. You want me to bow? I will bow, but I will always stand, I will always return, I will always recover. That is my pledge, that is my promise, that is my oath. Nasidak Poetry Compilation. The expedition. I move. There is no compulsion, it is not a need, but something pulls, I cannot deny its draw. The white vents out past my vision, its fiercest eye watch me as I move. The wolf tracks my step, a silent companion who will not join. All is black, the pale expanse lies before and behind. I search. The miles pass and still my feet move. My hunt continues unabated. The landscape returns my gaze, unaffected by my presence. The snow falls, needlessly driven by the wind. Its cold teeth bite my skin. The snow gathers its hands around my feet. A fierce opponent who will not relent. All is white. My journey continues. I travel. I can no longer stop. A true compulsion forms. The need drives me on. I must see. The sun breaks through the grey. Its unrelenting gaze stalls me. My body warms under its touch. Frigid limbs move again and carry my farther. All is empty. The breath of existence is my destination. The Ethnic Gnoll. The Ethnic Gnoll is a group both fascinating and dangerous. An ancient druidic order that believes fall went outside what the average person might imagine of druids. The details are sketchy. The Ethnic Gnoll would seem to have originated on a wide march, as the order itself consists mostly of dwarves. The traditional druidic chants of the Ethnic Gnoll speaks of the people as a collective whole, that created necessarily balance through their strict adherence of the purity of their line. This has been interpreted by historical chroniclers to mean that there was a time when only dwarves were allowed to be Ethnic Gnoll. Residing now in the Twin Elms, records of the Ethnic Gnoll date back to well before the settlement had arrived at its present name, and in fact some information places them in Twin Elms even before the Galafathans arrives. If this is truly the case, the Ethnic Gnoll are one of the oldest druidic orders in existence. Their beliefs don't conform to what is normally viewed as druidic viewpoint. Sacrifice, blood, fire, and intense drive for balance in all things, well beyond most druidic standards, pervade their rituals. Quoted, this is the dogma that if you want something from the universe, you must also sacrifice something into the universe to maintain the balance. Nothing can ever be received without something first being given. If you perform the sacrifice, your desire will always be satiated. The simplest example of the sacrificial balance, as explained to the authors, went as thus. Say you're one of these Ethnic Gnoll and you say you want your daughter's marriage to go well. You don't want problems. So you ask of the elders what you do must. You're told that the appropriate sacrifice is, and then you perform it. In this case it could be as simple as throwing some coins into lava, giving the metal back to the earth. Sacrificing something that is important to you, right? But the requirement is always different, and you don't know what is expected of you until you are asked. The more significant request, the more significant the demand, and most things are true value must be paid in blood. Ever thought of people removing fingers, toes, even whole limbs? One farmer was reputed to have sacrificed his youngest son. Another good question many people have raised is in regards to the Galafathans. Why do they allow such a potentially wild, possibly dangerous group to live in Air Galafath? Why not force them out? Rumors are that the Ethnic Gnoll are able to make form an ancient recipe of a unique war paint, apparently blood-based, and they are the only people in the world who can. The Galafathans, it is said, have come to believe this war paint provides tremendous advantages in combat, and the residents of the Ethnic Gnoll and Twin Elms are predicated on the fair trade of the substance. That is an interesting thing to say. See. What? Ugh. Okay, who you are? A young woman reclines on her cushions, a hookah hose held delicately in one hand. Eyes closed, she sings to herself. Her voice is soft and inviting. She doesn't move when she hears you approach, but slowly opens her eyes with a lazy smile.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber. It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure.
A teasing smile pulls at the corner of her lips. Her voice is wistful, almost melancholic.
My troop were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences.
It sounds a pleasant life.
The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin.
She gives you a pained smile and looks away.
I found a more dependable application of my talents here. To touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up. Have you come to hear some verse?
Nah.
Farewell.
I already have enough verses for one stay. One can say that. I need something to sleep though. What? Redora.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amico.
A valiant sailor raises her tankard and arches her back to invite a torrent of ale down her expected bow. Holding his pose with nothing to show for it, she taps the tankard's base and furrows her brow at its apparent emptiness. Her companion shakes his head and confesses his attention elsewhere.
Madico, it is no wonder I thirst.
As she wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, her eyes widen and meet yours.
Ado, why do you stare?
You don't seem to be having as much fun as the rest of the clientele.
The fun ran dry with the coin.
She manages a wan smile.
When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Radona.
She sights up at the stage. You're next, Groxomy.
Grassima. Even in the oasis I am parched.
She pockets the coins and glances past you to the bar.
If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Radora's frown cracks to reveal a smile. As the captain of the Defiant, I'm already taken.
Sientere, sere.
I'm sorry, sister. Oh shit. Thank you. Radora inclines her head.
Next time around the wheel, perhaps.
Farewell. Always good to make friends. Common sailor. It's hard to see.
What places is that old man?
Khan. Khan! Excuse me. Khan. A young woman lingers near the stage with a mug of ale clutched tight in her hands. Though she shows no interest in the dancers, the bags beneath her eyes speak too many long nights spent drinking in the tavern. She looks lazily about the room until her gaze alights with you and interest.
Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dressed as funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead.
No, can't say I have.
Andra's crushing void, I thought as much.
She sighs heavily and pinches the bridge of her nose.
Listen, the guy I'm looking for owes me a lot of money. 5,000 coppers. You help me find him, and I'll give you 20%.
Who owes you money?
The drunk old goat I was pestering you about, Oswald. Like the credulous fool I am, I gave him a loan and he ran off before paying me back.
Khan looks at you expectantly. I don't know about this.
We could use the money. I didn't want to trouble you, but your bed's had a rat problem for weeks.
Ew! 20%, but I'll be the one doing all the work.
Fine, Andra's great sagging tits, fine. You can have 40% and rights to whatever baubles Oswald has on him.
I don't strap on my adventuring boots for less than half, lady.
How about this? I give you 60% and we never discuss this again.
She lets out a tremendous sigh. Oh, I won't do that. This is so mean. Okay, without my help, you wouldn't be getting any money at all. You can do better.
Fine. I'll give you 80% of the take for your trouble. But I won't go any higher.
She sighs and runs a hand through her hair in frustration. Do you?
Haggling for the fun of it, not keeping you busy enough?
She winks.
The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans upstairs, Analis. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur.
Have you tried being nice?
She wasn't receptive to my particular charms. Let's see you do better. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. What do you want to know?
Who are you?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. But hey, what the hell?
She rakes an impatient hand through her dirty hair.
I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden countryside. You know Admeth Hadret, hero of the War of Defiance? He's my great whatever.
So, what's the problem with that?
When people find out, they start doing weird shit. Calling me lady, opening doors for me, buying me drinks. Really, the title is a mockery. It means nothing to me.
What's your history with Oswald? She groans theoretically. Theatrically, like she can bear to recount the tale.
The man's a family friend. Has been for... must be 4 generations now. The perk of being an elf, eh?
What does Oswald owe you money for? She stares into the depths of the muck and sighs.
It's my fault, really. I should have known better than to believe that damned old drunk knew what he was doing. Man's a wizard. You understand, and a tinkerer. He convinced himself and me he could, with enough luminous adra, create a device that would add years to one's life. Must have been a crock of shit, because one day he up and ran without a word of explanation or apology. I thought I knew him better than that. I was hoping you wouldn't ask me. I'm one of the countless minor... My thoughts exact.
Okay, we did that.
I'll see what I can find.
And dancer? Nothing interesting here. Oh. Okay, we'll still see me. It could have worked. Musician. A sailor. I need food. And now I need something to sleep. Somewhere to a space or whatever. Emir's boon. You.
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend.
A jovial man at the bar grins and motions you closer. His arms are corded with thick muscles and cross-hatched with scars.
Now, what can I do for you?
Sail.
See anything you like? Let me know.
Time I went my own way.
So, want to sleep? Yep. We have healed, I think. This is not what I wanted. You will be stripped of your clothes. You will get something suitable. Bye.
Now, what, you see anything you like?
I'll be shoving off then, Cap.
So we all healed? That's nice. who needs help, eh? So,
I shall put it to good use.
we finished that. Now the question is there's a Luca. There's a Luca.
My one solace from the tedious bureaucracy.
Okay, a poco.
Ado, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually.
Valiant shouts over the din of the wild mare to get your attention, turning a great many heads to study your exchange. It takes a hearty swig of its tankard. I bet you say that to all of your clients.
Que? No, you mistake me. I am not one of the courtesans. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Huck? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Huck?
Leaning in close, the sips from the tankard and lightly sucks moisture from his upper lip. Bonnie, captain of the Defiant, at your service.
I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for...
He clumsily unfolds a sheaf of parchment. The tanker slips in his grasp and spills ale down the front of his trousers. He gawks down himself in horror.
1,000 times I practiced my speech. Merda. Never did it go this poorly.
Here you need this more than I do.
Agrasima. Do you know what my problem is, Amika?
He accepts the tankard and drinks deeply.
I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them.
He stamps his feet, kicking up a spray of spilled ale.
No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak.
What bounties do you have available?
You will take the job? You will take the job.
He grips out by the shoulder. He grips you by the shoulders and smiles, tears springing up the corners of his eyes.
Agrasima. Something special for my first hunter, then.
He drains the tankard and tucks it under his arm to retrieve his sheaf of notes.
I will start you on Marian, the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's will. My contact saw her leaving Port Maje and heading west of Maje Island.
Sorry, I already did that. She joins the goddess of death and the beyond.
My first bounty to pay off. An exciting day for us both. Maybe it's not much, but as I make more deals, more pyres will be available, Ak.
What bounties do you have available?
I finally managed to land the rights to a bounty of value. You may not like it. There is a thirsty drake who roosts near an oasis northeast of Maje Island. An important site for refilling canteens. The local tribes call him Purakeo, after a sea dragon of legend. Even so, they have no love for this water thief.
I have a question.
Agrasima, you have but to ask. And I'm still scrounging together the coin for your next mission. When you have the head of our latest mark, I will be ready, Ak.
You seem down on your luck.
It is true that I have stumbled in my career path. Now that I have such an accomplished hunter, I can stand in the long shadow of your success. It's not all bad, but the momentum of meeting new clients over drinks and in such enchanting company, it drains the stamina, my friend.
Oh well. Finishing that one.
I'll see what I can find.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
That is exciting. And I need to speak to this lady again. If it was her. Maybe it was her. No.
Have you come to hear some verse?
What's your problem with Khan?
Oh, her. Yes. She is persistent, isn't she? She barged in and began asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions about my customers. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room.
And Alice brings her hands and looks away. Her gaze settles on her armor in the corner.
I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious.
Khan's looking for someone named Oswald. Sound familiar?
I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave.
What if he's in danger? Don't you care about his well-being?
If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still decline to be involved. Now, is there something else I can do for you? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave.
Inside. I have not enough inside. Oswald run on a debt. I don't like lying. It will be our secret. No one has to know you talk to me.
Absolutely not. My clients depend on my discretion. I will not betray their trust simply because you ask me to. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking
Oswald
about.
ran
Now
up.
Please leave.
Oswald runs up a debt with brown forks. I can help him, but I need to know where he's gone.
That explains quite a lot.
She chews on her knuckle, brow furrowed, deciding whether she should trust you. Then she sighs heavily and gives you a sheepish smile.
Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran.
Her eyes gain a distant, unfocused look, and a wistful smile spreads across her face.
He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
Oswald's journal. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. This afternoon I walked the street of Nekataka and felt an unusual spring in my step. I cannot be sure if it is the same as if it is the fine weather of the archipelago, or my great distance from the Direwood, and the blessed goose and fox inn that has gifted me this buoyancy of spirit, but I am grateful nonetheless. I have seen no sign of the girl. Helia be praised. God's willing I have slipped her net at last. Make Windstock. The shadows are strange here, seeming to move of their own accord. As I passed from Queen's Berth to Pericus Overlook this morning, I could have sworn I saw one turn to face me, then another. I fled the area as quickly as I could, and as far as I can tell I was not followed. I have many enemies, as any man of roguish, adventurous mien should, though none of them have cause to search for me here. I know these shadows must be but a trick of mind, but still I am uneasy. The next entry is written in a shaky, wild hand, clearly penned in a great haste. Riddling stuck. As I put me down to bed this evening, I heard a faint whispering beneath my window. I always leave it open to better catch the breeze, and thanks be to Hylia for it, or I might have been none the wiser. However, when I went to investigate, no one was there. And yet I know I heard voices. I may be old, perhaps even paranoid, but I'm not crazy. I must leave this place with all haste. God protect me in my flight. On the next and final page of the journal is the symbol of Boudica, a broken crown scrawled in a deep red ink.
Have you come to hear some verse? It's futile to attempt to summarize but my troop were my family, and we traveled the whole. The work was good when the crowds. I found a more farewell.
You must gather your
Well,
party before
this is
venturing
going to be interesting. I still didn't finish the whole city, so there will be many more quests. This will be fun. And so far it's always about money. Sadly.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet?
The journal. Ken flips through Oswald's journal and stops and looks up at you, eyes wide. Someone has hastily scrawled the broken crown symbol on Bodegas across the last page. Ken mutters to herself. She traces the symbol with her fingers and frowns.
Oh, Oswald, you've really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool.
She shakes her head sadly and closes the journal with a snap.
Where could they have taken him?
You're asking the wrong girl, new here.
Right. What am I doing asking you?
She shakes her head and gives you a rueful little smile.
Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick.
She blinks, remembering.
When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked.
Weird temple, sign me up.
Go take a look then, and let me know what you find.
She marks the location on your map with a flourish.
With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
So... what did I want to do again? Brain. This is so good.
Watch your step.
I wanted to do something and I forgot.
For shanties these days. Too much salt in the air.
Not even my Vithrak darling.
A tiny minute of falsetto. Per complanca net.
I love shanties. God damn it. So let's see, we have this area all cleared. Let's go up. We will go there at the last moment. We don't need to be there.
Merla, how is every ship hunter taken?
So many side quests. A pickaxe, nice. No sooner do you approach the Valiant woman than she squints and turns up her nose, regarding you with twinly, pale, distant distaste.
I only deal with serious clients. Now shoo.
She makes a sweeping gesture with both hands. Excuse me?
Done. You are dismissed. Madiko. But it is impossible to find skilled work when every competent freelancer wastes their shore leave in the wild mare.
She grimaces toward the east.
When blood travels south of their brains, the value of a good bounty is forgotten.
You give out bounties. I would take some off your hands.
You, a nameless face of the streets?
She thumps her chin and gives you a thorough looking over.
I do not make a habit of shepherding new talent, but... there is a seed of potential.
She sighs to herself and peers over your shoulder before giving up and addressing you directly.
We will cut your teeth on Biakara, a Huana sailor and would-be patriot who plagues company ships.
Okay.
Gelarte! Biakara sails her voyager's scale of Tangaloa off of Hasongo's northeastern coast.
Okay, whatever that means.
Not a problem.
How many calendars are lying around? In the open. I can crawl through that. You duck down to the canal and find yourself kneeling before an iron gate. A rig of sewage wafting from the other side is powerful enough to bring tears to your eyes. Iron bars are set firmly to the surrounding bricks, barring any passage onward. Look for structural weakness. The iron looks sturdy enough, but you are able to spot some telltale signs of corrosion between the bars and the brick. Not that the defect part is a part, the work of bending the bars would prove a less demanding challenge. Pry bar. Leveraging your weight on the pry bar causes one of the bars to snap free, leaving enough space to crawl through. Carefully squeeze through the opening, sealing yourself for what comes next. In the darkness of the tunnel you hear quiet retching. You press on with offering sympathies. As you progress through the tunnel, a change in the air pressure catches your attention. There is an opening above your head. The walls are slick and coated with waste, but you find handholds carved on either side of a narrow passage leading up. You haul yourself out of the spit toward freedom. Out through the toilet of the Valiant Trading Company headquarters. Ew! I'm stinking, right? Oh no! Don't do that to me. Smelly. I know. I just go. I don't want to break into homes. I just want to do my side quests and be happy and something like that. Who knows? Okay, let's just go. Why are you whistling at the dog? The poor dog.
A giant? One of the Rathoon?
No, much bigger. Such is the rumor.
Sounds like sailor tales to me.
Maybe it is.
Real quiet now.
Maybe it is.
In the market for decent footwear? You won't find any cat leather around in my shop. Some of us hold ourselves to a higher standard. Of course. Come take a look.
I have 10,000! We have something to sell. I won't use that. I will maybe use that. I don't need food. I don't need traps. I partially don't need that. I don't really need wilds. Yes. Thank you very much. I will now go. And I want the helmet. Where was it again? God damn it. Oh, I think it was with the lady at the market or something like that.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valiants for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them down before they go to war over it.
I want the helmet.
Hey.
Island folk tend to prefer light. Take your time. I'll give you...
You're not the one I need. It was the lady, I think. Must be the lady. It's always the lady.
Welcome back. Looking for any?
Thank you very much. Now, you. You will look awesome. I promise you. And I will look the most awesome of all. Look at those feathers! Holy shit. Those are awesome.
Don't mind if I do.
Everything is awesome. So, I still have to find a way outside again. Because, goddammit, I don't know where to go. Wait a minute. Is that a cave? This is a cave, right? Oh, interesting. Interesting, interesting. Give you a beautiful blue. Oh. No. Oh. Okay, move, 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 move. Against the backdrop of cheering youth, a young woman raises her arms with an air of practiced drama. Before her, two men stand across from each other, mirroring skulls.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
The woman strays off as you approach, and you find yourself the sudden target of the crowd's attention.
Who is this Nasenale? How many cousins do you have or so?
Postenago. Does that look like any cousin of mine?
How should I know? Your kin lie with eels.
Also glares at Lara and bites back whether insult he had at the ready.
We have business. What do you want?
Do you know what's going on in here for starters?
This doesn't concern you. We've come to settle a challenge.
Before he can finish, Lara quickly speaks up.
What's your words of? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on valiant terms.
Also glances in your direction with annoyance.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
And how do your colonies fare, Adira?
You don't have to do this, you know.
If you want a civilized resolution, you're talking to the wrong folk.
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
Lara opens his arms wide and smiles to the milling crowd.
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Maybe we should bluff. The Juan are getting reinforcements to storm this position. They should be here any second.
Miller! Scatter!
Lara whistles to his attention and they break apart and disorganize exodus from the scene.
What? Where are you going, you stuffed shirt? Hey! Wait!
Orso and his comrades scramble to follow suit.
This isn't over, you coward! You can't hide behind your corrupt mother forever!
I mean, maybe it's working. Or maybe it's not. So, let's see. Lost dues and good faith. Oathbinders Sanctum. Let's try that first.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Thank you for that information. Oh shit. I need to go there. I'm so stupid. I'm confused. Wait. Brain. Oh, it's this thing. I totally almost did this already. Oh shit. Guano tribes are originally dead, yeah. Search. 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 Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. I kind of have a tendency to do side quests before to finding the quest itself. But that is a new level. I should have finished it. Oh, now I have to go back. You notice a small pavilion containing a large weathered statue of stone little ways off the path. It appears to be a Juana shrine. Approach and identify it. You are religious. You cannot discern who the shrine was dedicated. Leaving it. No more the marauder. Excuse me for that sound. It's a bit hot. I should open the window for some time. Maybe it's colder outside than it's inside. Ugh. No, it's not.
I'll see what I can find.
Wait, look there.
Now I'm confused. How did that happen? Yeah. Okay, maybe make it another way around. Okay. Stop laughing, bitch.
Just say the word.
Wait. Don't do that. Thanks.
Yes?
Yes. Okay. Let's try.
Whatever you need.
Wait, look there.
Death to our enemy!
I think you should still summon the goddamn dragons.
That's it's done.
You treacherous baby.
Make this bastard.
Why are you looking like balls?
You better death to our enemy.
That was about as useful as a bun on a pickle.
Need something? Whatever you need.
That is how you do a proper fight. Oh my goodness. The camera. Excuse me for that. But holy cannoli. Nice, nice, nice. So, I have a ring of and you get this one. Okay.
That's me, don't you think?
Dim in the
also.
lantern.
I think there's nothing left anymore. So we just go. Wait, what? Nothing? You want something for entertainment, right? Moral. Fish is always good for the moral. Grog is always good for the moral. So. Oh no, I won't go there. I think we will do this side quest. It's a bit... I don't know. It's stupid. I didn't think I would show... I don't know. God damn it. Can I kind of... Okay, we just... Can I... Is it marked as I doing this quest now? Okay, let's see. Well, the Cormier, Dead for Merchant, Sheila. This way. It's a bit awkward because we came from there. And now we're going back. Who has an injury? Thank you very much for your service. It's empty.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Thanks for that information.
Ready when you are.
Ich bin nur ehrlich.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I'm on it.
We're back here. Oh, isn't that lovely?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I kind of like your voice. It's definitely not as into your face like the one from the last game. It's more like an intricate reminder that you should the fuck venture forth with your party. Excuse me for the words, but necessary this time. Oh my goodness. Okay. Which side I didn't go? This way. This is weird. Okay, we will try this once again. I will die once again. Maybe I won't die. Would be nice. And I really want to see his skills. He's a good boy. I like him. I like him.
We're not alone.
I know. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, you on... Why you do that? Oh, fuck. You better watch. Ooh.
Smart, eh?
You should probably heal yourself, bro.
Happy to oblige.
Passively, aggressively. Yeah.
Sure thing.
Let's take a look.
Just say the word. Need a hand? Leave it to me.
The water roars with the teeming of the countless tiny maggots. Got a lot of maggots. Guessing by the thick layers of dust on these stone slabs that haven't been used recently. I guess that as well. So yeah, that's the... Did we have that direct? How do you go there?
What's that over there?
Oh, I see. No way of venturing forth anymore. Ah, this will be fun.
By decree of the Queen that was, and the will of the Steel Garrote, you will meet justice. Kneel, Oswald, and be tried for your crimes.
Wait! I can pay you. I can make you all rich. Just let me go.
Your bribes fall on deaf ears,
All right.
Oathbreaker.
We're
We
gonna go in
seek
there
only
and
to
pretend be
exact
judges.
Warwick's
Say
justice.
this is an illegal trial,
What?
and now they're on
Yeah,
trial.
I didn't do anything.
You
You
say
stand
so.
accused of the crime of oath-breaking. What say you?
As you enter the large chamber at the bottom of the pyramid, you notice a sizable group of well-armed people dressed in ornaments, blah blah blah. We already had that.
You intrude on the deliberations of the Court of Warwick, outsider. Choose your next actions carefully, lest the Queen that was turn her gaze to you as well.
Man on the floor is elderly elf, dirty clothes, da 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 da.
Oh, thank the gods, please. Get me out of here. They're mad. They're all mad. They mean to put me on trial for oath-breaking of all things. They say I betrayed the Idiran Empire, but I haven't been back there in over 100 years.
Be silent, or I will make you so. State your purpose now, or die with him.
This man shirked a large debt. I'm here to collect.
Such a debt is but further evidence against the accused. Thank you for your testimony. Trespassing upon these sacred hearings is an offense punishable by death. Of this crime, you are guilty. You shall meet your end here, in the Holy Court of Warwick, as will he. I pray your soul learns from your mistakes on its next turn about the wheel.
I hope you die in vain. Ah, in vain. Ba 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 ba.
Missed.
Why you do that? Kill him! I'm out of... Oh, that is bad.
Stay with me.
What do you need?
Need something?
Nope, nothing. Everything's fine.
Watch your step.
Do you have... Oh! My. I love those ropes. That's... You... A fine sword. Nobody needs that. Skull of insect swarms. Animacy in the modern age. Nice. Animacy in the modern age. Animacy is a science both respected and reviled, sometimes by the same person. For all the research done on the topic, we still know so little. Control over life itself. Something animancers have been working toward for hundreds of years. There are no real records of how the practice of animancy was first discovered, but once the spark of knowledge ignited, there was no stopping its inevitable discoveries. In 2260 AI animancers, as a result of the extensive research, successfully contained and transferred a soul. The suspect of the experiment, whose name is unknown, was a young, unwealthy but infirm. The idea was to move his soul from the dying body into that of a recently deceased man who had suffered an accident. The new body, bearing only slight decay, would house the soul, giving the man a much better life. The outcome of this experiment resulted in the condemnation and outlaw of animancers in the Adarian Empire. Again, while we have no true records of what happened, as they were all destroyed after animancers was outlawed, a journal was discovered, a makeshift of confession by one of the participants. I think I already have that.
Can do.
I owe you a debt too large to repay, stranger.
He wrings his hands and gives you a shaky smile.
How did you ever find me all the way out here? Did Inalis send you?
Can't send me after you.
That tenacious little wretch. I owe her my thanks. And a drink. Several drinks. And a fair bit of money, too.
He grimaces, his brow furrowed with deep wrinkles.
Those steel corrupt zealots have been after me for decades. Good riddance.
You owe Khan some money. Fork it over.
Ah, yes. Yes, indeed.
His attention is suddenly diverted by an apparently fascinating stain on the hem of his robe. About a bead of sweat rolls down Oswald's temple. He turns to pudding beneath their steely gaze, shaking and shrinking away.
Well, you see, I had some difficult business dealings of late. I'm flat broke, as it were.
I know I ought to be feeling charitable, but I mostly just want to wring his neck.
Me too. It titters nervously and twists the hem of his robe in his hands, unwilling to meet your eyes. Look, I really stuck my neck out here.
You did risk life and limb for me, it's true. And make no mistake, I am grateful. Really, really grateful. Believe me, I would give you something if I could.
His eyes take on a faraway look and he takes a deep breath.
Well, that's not entirely true, is it? I have this old ring. It's the last possession of any value I own. Here, take it for your trouble.
It makes you immune to hangovers. He presses a simple length of string twisted to the makeshift ring into your palm and nods, a small frown tugging at the corner of his lips.
You have a ship, don't you? Of course you do. How else would you have gotten to this benighted island?
He shifts his weight from foot to foot, restless and unsettled.
Let me join your crew.
Why did the Inquisitor have you on a trial exactly?
After what you did for me, well, I suppose you have the right to hear the truth of things. The whole truth, rather. You remember that the Deerwood was once a colony of Adir, yes? Well, I was one of the first colonists to set foot on that benighted continent.
Well, you're quite old.
When it became evident the Deerwood intended to revolt, I took their side in the War of Defiance against the country of my birth. I'm sure you'll be astounded to learn the powers that be in Adir didn't much like that. The Steel Garrot's been after me for my grave transgression ever since.
That was over 150 years ago. They've been hunting you all this time?
Those Steel Garrot hounds are relentless. But it should be a couple of years before they find me again, thanks to you, at least. I hope as much.
What could you offer as a member of my crew?
It's no secret I'm an old man. Now, I might not be able to hoist a mainsail any longer, but I've picked up a thing or two about navigation in my decades of traveling.
He bounces back on his heels, every word coming faster than the next.
And I don't care much for coin, I can tell you that. An extra ration of rum here and there and I'll be perfectly contented.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you, my friend. I owe you a debt twice over.
He gives you a toothy grin and stands a handbreadth taller. This guy is something. How do you get there? The statue of Vodka stands so far below you that you can't see its feet. Okay, let's just move on then. So I want to go there. I think.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
So the question is, there was these oases northeast of Pache. Okay, northeast of Maje. The question is, what is northeast of Maje? This way? It is the northeast of Madrid. There's a shipwreck. Yeah, I'll take everything. Imperial long gun, nice. Juana Colos, nice. Oh, islands. God damn it. How do I know which island is the right island? I don't want to fight you. Fanged, wet, straight. Ah, there it is, Puraku. The water darkness of the starboard bow of your ship injects spurts and spits waves from the waves in the near distance. Raised voices carried from the helm. The water darkness of the Teotora marvel is near here. Every sailor must see it once. Irena's hands are clasped together in urgent entreaty. But Beodor is clenching the wheel with white-knuckled determination. I don't care if it's under a salty bottom. We're not sailing through a reef. Beodor notices you and relaxes. Captain, help me talk sense into Irena. Irena gapes at both. And miss a chance? Sail or wait weeks for weather and seas this smooth. If you ever want to see the Teotora marvel, this is the time. Some of the other crew are gathered to listen here, hopefully shining their ears. What is a Teotora marvel? Irena shrugs. It's supposed to be a grand sight, an ancient mystery. I haven't seen it myself. Eld Angram nods. A greybeard I crewed with claimed to have seen it. Sword brought him 10 years of good health and favourable winds. The other sailors murmur eagerly. Even if this marvel is close, there is no guarantee you'll see it by going through this reef. Oswald, do we have chance to guide us through the reef? Oswald's not half-heartedly. They're patchy, but they'll do, assuming Bjorn will can us through. Bjorn scolds at Oswald. Ship attack, what's the condition of our hull? Chicodeck grins. It's in good repair, Captain. I wouldn't sail through a reef myself, but there's a good time to try. This is. Take us to the reef. The deck corridor juts from the surface, grasping above little, like the legs of spiders, and the wind whistles as it passes across the deck structure. Below the water schools a fish flash among the brilliant reef. Fuck. Beodor attempts to guide the ship through the reef, but there is a shudder that rattles your bone. The vessel scrapes against the reef. A sound of tearing wood echoes across the deck, and hands scattered descending into the hold to locate and repair any damage before it goes to school. The very jaded shallows give way to blue depth. An enormous sinkhole opens around you, yawning wide enough to swallow a fleet. Beodor sighs the relief as Irena searches the horizon for any sign of the mythical marvel. The fine sails on. I think that is not... that was stupid. This is not what I wanted. Navigator. I always read job traitor. Is this warm? Holy shit. Could you please just go. Thank you! That took time. Okay, let's get that hat. Oh, this is not good.
Not a problem.
You don't whack him any harder.
You should, I don't know. Jump! Maybe that helps. Hey! I told! Nice. +2 resolve. Nobody's saying no to this. Also, what's this? No, it's not that. I think I installed the DLC, but maybe I thought wrong. Do you need something? Huh. Okay.
This'll do nicely.
Yes, indeed.
Sure thing.
We need to go. Nothing left for us here. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. An extremely bad thing. So let's see, we have, do we have something? Northern Alleys of Queensberg. Okay, we do that on the way back. So we collect the bounty and talk to Khan. Well, she will be definitely happy. I think. Wait a second. This looks interesting. No, first the food. And I have to fill up again. What? Ein Achievement? Schiffszimmermann. Erbau dein erstes Schiff. Ich hab doch überhaupt nichts gebaut. Juana Colors. Obsidian Colors. Fresh fruit. Nice. I mean, I want to try it. At least one time. If it's not working out, it's not working out.
Time to separate the chaff. Ahead.
Huh? There's a curse on that. I thought... Now I'm confused. You have it, right? Hey, who knows?
Keep it. How's this one go again?
Death to our
It's not very helpful.
Smart, Stony! You better run. You're mine! Hardly sees you.
Guess they don't like my figure.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Just giving them a push.
Oh, he's dead. Ring of Overseeing. Armor rating against spells. I don't say no against that. And no head. Oh. Constitution, religion and stealth. I give you that. And the ring. Who needs a ring? You need a ring.
For me?
Yes, for you! And we will go. I mean, as long as only one skull above me, I think I can beat everything. But who knows? So let's try that again. What are you? A sloop, whatever that is. I don't need merchant. So, yes. First things first, we need to talk to someone at the tavern. Someone in the tavern. Someone in the tavern.
Oh, you mean... well, depends on what you mean by follow.
Maybe you heard earlier? I follow Aethys too. Mostly, in a way. I mean, I am a child of the Dawnstars, even if firstly I'm a Gaunite.
That's good, I guess. For you.
Oh, maybe you don't want to talk about it. That's alright. Surely, some other time, then. Was it the way I said it? Or maybe I'm in need of a washing.
Oh, surely loves him. But who doesn't love Ida? He's a cute boy. So, Khan.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. It's about Shodi.
What did you want to ask?
She means well. I can see that. And she's spirited, and if I was still young and didn't know the things I know, it'd be different. But anybody got that much faith in any god, let alone Aethys? I don't know how to talk to someone like that. Not these days.
I understand you.
I get why she's like that. And I was there once, a long time back.
His eyelids flare with relieved embarrassment. Relived.
But it's 'cause of that I can't see a way to respect it. I'm no good at hiding it from her either. I don't see this getting better.
If she can't deal with the truth, that's her problem, not yours.
Alright, I'm not gonna hide it. Won't be pretty though.
I have no problems with that. What you do is your do.
Don't you have a temple to find?
I found Oswald.
And? Where is he? Did you get my money?
Funny thing, but Oswald's flake broke. Not a copper to his name.
That twisty old pig licker. I should have known.
Khan slams her fist on the table. Two utensils scrump. She looks away quickly, tears just budding on her eyelashes, and dashes them away with a shuddering sigh. After the brief storm of emotion has passed, she steadies herself and turns hard eyes on you.
Gods, but I'm dead tired of this wretched archipelago.
She exhales a deep sigh.
So, if you don't mind, I'll be taking my leave. May Well's Legion of Creepy Eyes watch your back and all that.
Khan gives you a card nod and finishes the remainder of a drink with a gulp. She hustled out the tavern without so much as a wave goodbye. Maybe I should have given her money, but I don't think I got that much. Oh, fuck. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't let her leave that way. We need to gather money, if I want it or not. If I don't do it, I will have so much pain afterwards. We will ignore her for now.
Ado, my hunter. To what do I owe this delight?
Drakes.
To think that such a magnificent creature could also be a water-hoarding pest. Dragons are a complicated bunch.
Yes, the Hatter looks deeply into his eyes before passing your payment.
Agrasima, my friend. You let a marauder gang boss called Nomu broke free of custody along with the rest of his plunder buddies. It is said they wasted no time getting up to their old tricks. Prison is too kind for a pirate, so there is a bounty on Nomu's head. He and his ilk fled to the wilderness north of Neketaka.
I'm sorry, I already did that by accident.
I hope I will still find this disgusting when I am important enough to toast with the elite bounty hunters.
He lifts the severed head by the hair, wincing all the while, and passes you a pouch of coins.
I tell them all that the captain of your ship will always be my favorite hunter. A sea troll has been making a name for himself, raiding fishing villages.
Ah!
They call him Tahe. That's thief to the locals. I hear the Huana hate few things more than a food stealer. Warriors fan out to catch the fiend, but so far they have no luck. Tahe can't have roamed far from his latest raid on an island southwest of Neketaka.
I'm sorry, I already did that too. I hope you enjoyed his last meal.
You have done us both a favor. My esteem in the bounty community rises, and hunters come to buy me drinks.
He chuckles to himself and passes you a pouch of coins.
My friend, you have drained the wellspring and made us both very famous. If you have not spoken to her yet, find the Goldpack Knight Okauru in Sacred Stair. She can give you more work.
Nice doing business with you, Alboko. How much money do I have? Yes, I have enough money to pay her.
Don't you have a temple to find?
Oswald.
Where is he?
I've got it
Did you
all
get my
right
money?
here.
So you do.
A small smile tucks at the corner of her lips.
It wasn't what I was hoping for, but I suppose that'll have to do.
Khan gives you a broad, charmingly buck-toothed smile and leaves, turning to give you a little wave before disappearing out the door. This is so much better ending to this quest line. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do that. Okay, the next thing. Let's see, what's time? Yeah, half an hour to go. Oh, level up. I really need insight. And more athletics. And mechanics. And athletics. Athletics. Okay, let's see. And the scream reached the heavens. Is that an ogre? God, nice. What's this? Fox from the farmer did run leap. Ah, no. What's this? Damage the others burn with weapons. Sounds nice. What's this? Weakened. Empowers allies in the area of effect with the strongest steadfast inspiration. Yeah. Chant. Is this all? Yeah. Okay, you the next one. You get athletics and insight. Excuse me, I can't. Okay. Why can't I choose you? Wizardry! I choose ye! Oh, what's this? Collects mana blight. Creates a ball of energy and casts on the condition on enemy, because inventory super out. Nice. What's this? Oh, I'll take this. Most of the times the AI is doing the job, so... This. I really need survival. I really have no one with insight. Interesting. Okay, let's see. We have... Oh, yeah, that. Mapping.
Indeed.
You must gather your party before...
Yes, I know. Thank you for that information. So, Bardaran Estate, I think was this name, right?
Aethys, light of spring, sun of the world.
What is this? Ah.
Thou givest me life and purpose.
I can give you purpose and life and I don't know. Welcome to Bardato Estate. You can find Azel in your studies. That's nice. Bardato Hurling. If you have business, Azel Hi.
Out for trouble or taking in the sights?
How should I know? Are you here, my lady?
What's that over there?
The Light of Dawn, a Red Care and Morality Play Part 1, Charity and Generosity. Characters in order of appearance: man, male, a ghostly being, female, ghostly being, beggar, starving man, injured man. Setting: empty field, no trees or buildings inside. A man lies on the ground center stage. He wakes slowly and looks around. Two ghostly beings approach him, a male from the stage left, a female from the stage right. Where am I? What has happened? Nothing has happened. How did I get here? You did not arrive, you're just here. What is going on? You're traveling, we will travel with you. I know that stage play. It's from the first game. They both reach out a hand to him insistently. He looks at them, not sure what to do. After a few moments of deliberation, he takes male's hands and allows him to help. Male aside to female, his soul is strong. This decision will be easy. Female aside to male, such arrogance surely will be your undoing. They walk to the end of the stage and encounter a beggar holding out a bowl. Will you help the needy? Will you hear the call of charity? What will you do for those less fortunate? He is a beggar. What will you do? He has no food, no clothes. He is destitute and will surely die if no mercy is shown him. Surely he deserves no mercy. Look to his legs. Do they not move? Look to his arms. Can they not work? Look to his eyes. Can they not see? Surely he can provide for himself. What will you do? The man ponders for a moment, then reaches into his pocket and drops a coin in the beggar's bowl. Thank you, kind sir. May your charity come back to you in turn. Why did you give alms to this beggar? I saw a man in need. It is not for me to say if he deserves mercy, only that I need provide mercy if I am able. I have the means to help, so I help. If he has the ability to provide for himself and does not, this is on his head, not mine. If I can provide the light of dawn to a man in need, it is my duty to do so. He knows charity even disguised as a beggar. His mind is open. Even those with an open mind can be closed down. Let us continue our journey. They walk to the other edge of the stage, leaving the beggar behind. They approach the starving man, who puts out his hand in supplication. A crust, a morsel, please. Surely generosity will not allow you to stand by and let someone starve. This man is starving. What will you do? He is on the brink of death, and only an act of generosity will save him. What need has this man that he cannot provide for himself? Why should you turn over that which you earn to one who has done not such act and who deserves nothing from you? What will you do? Again the man considered what he will do. He reaches into his pocket and retrieves a piece of bread and gives it to the starving man. Thank you, good sir. May your generosity be returned unto you tenfold. Why did you give food to the hungry? I saw a man who hungered. It is not for me to say if he deserves a morsel, only that I need provide a morsel if I am able. I have the food to spare, so I give. If I can open a man's eyes to the light, it is my duty to do so. He knows generosity, even disguised as a starving man. His heart is giving. Even those with a giving heart can be greedy. We will continue our journey. Oh, level up! How nice! The enigmatic god of gold. Young students are often confused by Baroth and Rimrand, seemingly overlapping roles and holding dominion over death. Baroth oversees the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Rimrand oversees the cold, destructive act of death itself. This difference is often difficult for novices to appreciate until they have lost a loved one and endure the absence for a time. It is Baroth that determines we will be reborn just as certainly as we will die, but Rimgrand is the executioner's axe. Rimgrand shows us that all life ends in stillness. I need only show them the symbol of Rimgrand, the bone-white owl ox skull formed carved within the most ancient of Angwithan runes. It is a symbol of death and doom in every culture. Any child with 4 winters under his belt needs the introduction to the ancient symbol. Rimgrand embodies not just death, but all manifestations of collapse, be the famine, plague, or simply bad luck. Rumgan, the primal god, silent and indestructible as death itself. He makes himself known with his passing, not by proclamation. There are innumerable stories of the god's terrifying passage through the lands of Eora. When the beast of winter stirs, bitter winds and beastly howl follow the creature's every move. Wherever the beast plants a hoof, all life withers into dust. The faithful of Rimgal insist that even another god's life can end in stillness. They claim the other gods must flee from the beasts of winter's mastery over death. But we know not if this boast holds true. Though the beast of winter is shrouded in snowy clouds, those who have seen the shaggy white monster claim that the souls of the fallen can be seen clinging, or perhaps frozen, to the beast's fur. The dwarfs of the boreal south have numerous stories that tell a similar plot. A brash hero seeks out the beast of winter to rescue the souls trapped in its fur. These tales never end well, for even if the hero saves his beloved soul, the hero dies in the process, for it is not a proper tale of Rimgan unless the hero's life ends in stillness. Oh, that is lovely. Isn't that lovely?
I'll have this open in no time. As promised.
Alrighty. You gotta believe!
Ah, yes. The newcomer. I thought you might visit.
Damn, those hilarious. A level up! Oh. Okay. Tot maken. Stealth and in streetwise. No, let's make it in survival.
Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies.
She regards you with a curious expression, but stands with the fighter poise.
You saw my son dueling with the Valera boy. At least he survives to learn from his mistakes. When Valera and Bardato cross each other, only blood and sorrow remain.
Azali sighs, her gaze turning away. Do you see your families ever making peace?
Perhaps in time, if Great Wodica judges us worthy of supporting the company. Word has spread fast about the little spectacle at the docks. You've certainly caught everyone's attention. Perhaps the Watcher of Katnua and House Bardato can help one another.
What is your wand?
Queen's Beth whispers of a Valera plot against my family. Something grander than pointless duels. You are a newcomer to the Deadfire, uniquely positioned to loosen Valera tongues.
She taps her chin and regards you thoughtfully.
Zilli Valera strums a lute by the watchtowers. A meek-tempered boy, fonder of song and drink than the family business. He might spill something of his family's affairs.
Put in a good word for me with the Valiant Trading Company, it's a deal.
I'll have it taken care of at once.
She dips a quill, makes a quick mark on one of the documents.
There. May it open doors for you. try not to alert the Valeras of our knowledge. That is the point of involving an outside agent.
You notice something unusual. Your attention is drawn to Ezeli's desk. Among the sorted ledgers and documents sits a brass seal, still dripping with heated wax. The dripping wax dried into an almond-shaped pattern which resembled the shape of an eye. An eye fringed with bird feathers. A nictitating remembrance flicks across its surface in a barely perceptible wing.
Are you still with me?
Ezeli breaks your focus by waving her hand in front of your face. She glances between you and her tidy desk, frowning. Your desk, the eye. She glances back at her desk again, the times with impatience.
I'd venture that you're working too hard.
Your family seems very well established here.
My bank shoulders the cost of the Valiant Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Barbato signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand.
Ezeli's mouth twitches, just shy of a smirk. Why are the Bardato and Valera feuding?
Because we do not belong in the same business. The Valeras are opportunists reaping the rewards of happenstance. They're little better than the pirates they're charged with slaying.
Oh, that is good. Also, perfect time to save and to say thank you for watching. Yes, I give you some music. Doodle doodle. Music. So, and we will see so far. Oh my goodness, it's still on 10 votes for .hack GU. So you have still time until Thursday this week, and then I will see what game is winning. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had some fun. If you had fun, please consider voting if you played to finish this game, or if we start a new thing and I finish this game privately, I will finish it anyway. Have a good night, sleep well, and don't melt away like I will probably do. Babbly babby.